Hi and welcome to CanaDog Supply, and congratulations for tapping into our premium dog-powered sports equipment. We're finally getting around to making a video presentation for you on how to measure your dog properly for a harness. We for a while have had a resource page up on our website. However, it is confusing, and harnesses are measured to the inch or the half inch, and if you're not getting the measuring points properly, it can really affect the fit of the harness, especially those of you who are asking us to make custom fits for your dogs. So I'm going to show you a few pointers, and this should help everybody out for measuring at home for your harness. This is Hazel, and Hazel's going to be our model today. And the first thing that we start with is the neck measurement. Neck measurement is very important in a harness because if it's off, it's going to choke the dog, and if it's too large, it can create the whole fit of the harness changes because then it's lower and it can create rub on the armpits, and so you really want to take good care when you're measuring the neck of the dog. Now the first point you want to find on your dog for measuring is up here, just at the base of the neck. It's this point right here. And if you feel, you'll feel her shoulder blades are right here. And where I want to measure from is just right in front of those shoulder blades, right here on this point. This is right where a harness will sit. This is right where on a regular X-back it will open up and split, or on a collared style as well. So it's right in the front of those shoulder blades. That's going to be your first point. The next point you're going to find is down on the breastbone. When you pet down underneath your dog and go past the collar, you're going to find and feel a triangular bone jutting out. That's their breastbone. And above that breastbone, it's soft, just like if you were to press on your own collarbone and press above it into your throat. And when you press on your throat, it doesn't feel very good. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that that harness is sitting against the breastbone. So what you do is you find that triangular bone, and then about one thumbprint onto it is where my measuring point is going to be. So I've already found the top here. I'm going to draw that down along, and it's going to, come here baby, try and have your dog look forward. You're going to find that again, draw it down and pull it tight. Another important thing when you're measuring is to make sure your dog is standing. If they're sitting for the neck measurement, that would work, but standing is ideal. So again, just to show you, I'm going to find the top here just in front of her shoulder blades. I'm going to draw this down around, making sure it's on her breastplate, and that measures at a 10. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to take this and draw it all the way up around. Look where it sits. It's sitting on her neck. It's really difficult to take the circumference of this fit because if you look at the shape of a harness opening, it comes to a V. It's not a round circle really. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you get that angle of where the harness is sitting. You're not measuring for a collar, you're measuring for a harness, remember. The next really important measurement is going to be from that exact same spot up in front of the shoulder blades, back down to her last rib. So right where she tucks up in her tummy here, you can see her chest comes and she starts to tuck up, and it's funny because their fur actually shows you quite often as well. This is where the harness will sit, right to here. So you want to draw that at an angle right back, and for her I would say that she's about a 13. Then the next one, which is important for me, especially when I'm making a custom made harness, these measurements are really important for me to know about your dog. So I've got her at the withers, or just in front of the shoulder blades. I'm going to draw that straight down her spine to where her tail leaves her body, the base, right there. She's about a 21 or a 21 and a half. So those points again, when you're finding the shoulder blades and you're finding that spot right in front, that is showing right where this harness is going to sit. That's that point. And when you're drawing the tape down around to that breastbone, what you're going to find again is that this is sitting down on that breastbone on her. So those are the points where the harness actually will sit on your dog. Now Hazel has this sort of hound, well, it's not really houndy type. She's got an Alaskan, we call her a Canadian racing hound breed, but she's got some Alaskan Husky in her. She's obviously not a northern breed dog, but she's wearing our collared fit because she has the deeper chest. She's she's not a big girl, but she's got a tinier neck. So we've got her in our collared style of harness. So it's got this extension piece back here opening up to accommodate for her shoulders, etc. But that other really important measurement that we were talking about was back to her last rib, this one here. You can see that that's an attachment point here. Very important attachment point. Whether you're wearing an X-back or the collared style fit, they're all going to come back and have the same point right at the last rib where her belly tucks up. The difference would be that the regular X-back would come straight off of the neck and not have this collared piece. But you're getting the same attachment point back here. And so when you're measuring down the length of her spine, as I showed you, you are going to let me know right where this harness needs to stop. And as I said, when you get your harness, you can look at how a harness should fit video, and it'll show you exactly where the webbing should stop at the base of the tail. And so that's why we need those measurements. They really do accommodate us in the attachment points and the actual fit of the harness. So with those three measuring points are the most important in finding a real good fit in a full length, either regular X-back or collared style harness for your dog. And what you'll end up with is hopefully a perfect fitting harness in the end. And if you go to measure and your dog just won't sit still, if you've got a young dog that just isn't cooperating, or you got questions and it's just not working out for you, typically it's a pretty simple process, but you know, things happen. Get a hold of us. Send us a picture and we'll be able to help you out with the fitting that way. Sometimes I can just look at the dog. If I know its weight and I can see the body type, I can pretty much bang on suggest a harness style and a harness fit for you. So either way, we'll be able to help you out.